All right. Doing something a little different this time. Instead of sitting, you're going to try standing. See if it feels a little more natural. Stuff like that. Try to get better at talking to you guys and not at you like it's, like I'm talking to nobody. So, gotta make sure the beard's looking, bearded up, you feel. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Okay. Oh, doing another reaction, warming it up. So, how y'all doing on this lovely Thursday? I got school to do. Probably, well, I have to lie and say probably not gonna do it. I am gonna do it, but look, I'm gonna get nerdy real quick, okay? If you want to get to the video and everything, I'm gonna put a timestamp right here, and you'll see that. So, feeling kind of on school and like nerdy. Like, okay, so my GPA, like I got like a year and 2 months left, or I was supposed to break it down and like semester, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't like get bored, whatever. But long story short, college is, guys, like, no, don't get me wrong. Like, if you want to go to college, go to college. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, whatever. But for me personally, I got what I need out of it as far as critical thinking and shit like that. And a lot of stuff like that. So right now it's just, and plus I got ADHD. So like after a while, I started remembering or like subconsciously that feeling of done this before, done this before, done this before, and then like in different classes, so it's just But anyways, we are here today not for me to I'm kidding, it's my channel, so we are here for me to yip yap, but we're here because I seen a video that I saw and I wanted other people's opinions on it because I like it. So the video that we are watching today is from Danco. I've seen like, I think like 3, maybe I got up to 4 minutes of it, maybe. Or no, actually, I think I was like a minute of this one. And you guys know me. I am, well, people will, I don't fucking know. But anyways, when I see a video that I like, normally I'll be watching it and like, ooh, you get that feeling like, ooh, I gotta react to it. Like, I gots to. And that's where I'm at with this, because I'm not gonna lie. Omni-Man versus Kratos, let me see. I played the first, or no, I'm sorry. I played God of War 3, and I played the new ones. And I beat all of those. I've not played 1 or 2, but I've seen like so many videos on it that I know. And also what OG Kratos did back in the YN days. If you know, you know. So I was curious about this. So let's see where this goes.
Planets survive the vacuum of space.
Oh.
Omni-Man is one of the most terrifying powerhouses in modern fiction. A conqueror bred for war, a being strong enough to shatter planets, survive the vacuum of space, and brutalize anyone who stands in his way, including his own son. Kratos,
like I said, I've seen a little bit of it.
Different. He isn't built to conquer worlds. He's built to end gods. This fight isn't about raw stats. It's about endurance, experience. What
wasn't Kratos? And again, correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I haven't played the first 2 games, but like, wasn't that the whole thing? Like he became like Ares or the God of War's like lapdog or something to where he was conquering, I think. I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
What happens when unstoppable force meets someone who's already killed worse? So let's break it down and see who actually walks away. Omni-Man, one of the newest powerhouses to hit the small screen, one of the most...
Also, before you get into it, let me, comment down below. Who do you think? Do you think Omni-Man wins, or do you think Kratos wins? And timestamp it, man, and then come back to it. I'm gonna say that, like, obviously, me and my buddies, we when we have these conversations about fights and stuff, the not annoying thing, but I would say like the one thing that it really does kind of come down to is durability. Like, I would say in this instance, it kind of goes to like, if Omni-Man speed blitzes Kratos, then he wins. But like, as far as durability, like, I don't know, because I'm curious to see where this would go, because in my head, I just see, Omni-Man gets cut like once and he's like, oh, fuck this. And then he like, tries to blitz through Kratos. But it's like, I don't know. So I am curious to see. But for me right now, I do feel like, you know what? I'm gonna just say in my head, I think Omni-Man wins. I love Kratos, I do, but I don't crucify me. I'm just sticking by it, and we'll say this: if I'm wrong, I don't know. Y'all comment down below something I can do. Let's get it.
Most brutal twist on the Superman archetype, and easily one of the scariest dads in fiction. He can wipe out the Guardians of the Globe,
Scariest,
nearly kill
yeah,
his own
yeah.
son, and go toe-to-toe with the strongest warriors in his empire. But the real question is, how powerful is Omni-Man actually? Today, that's what we're breaking down. Omni-Man is a Viltrumite, a member of one of the most powerful empires in the galaxy. And the reason Viltrumites are so absurdly strong comes down to one thing: smart atoms. On a molecular level, Viltrumites are built different. Smart atoms behave like normal atoms, except they don't obey the same rules. They let Viltrumites manipulate energy, gravity, and motion at a fundamental level, giving them super strength, super speed, flight, insane durability, and healing. And here's the scary part: Viltrumites aren't using smart atoms, they're encoded into their DNA. They're the only species in the universe like that, which explains why they conquered most of it. Let's start with strength, because Nolan Grayson.
Wait. I didn't know that. Wait, okay. So in the world of Invincible, what they're saying is that they're just, they like, these motherfuckers are really just built different. Like, so they like down to a molecular level, cellular level, molecular. What's that? I don't know. Interesting.
Is an absolute menace. During his fight with Invincible, Omni-Man is punching Mark's. Let's start with strength, because Nolan Grayson is an absolute menace. During his fight with Invincible, Omni-Man is punching Mark so hard that entire mountain ranges are shaking. Not metaphorically, literally. Mark gets sent flying across the planet, slamming into the ground hard enough to cause earthquakes every time he lands. And keep in mind, that's
Hey, hold on. Go back. Look, ain't this like the Sonic and Shadow shit? I love this.
Every time he lands. And keep in mind, that's his son. Nolan is holding back. When he's not holding back, Immortal gets ripped in half.
That's what I'm saying, like Speed Blitz.
With a casual hand swipe, over and over again. Thrag's children, half Viltrumites strong enough to fly through skyscrapers and warships without slowing down. They don't even survive contact. Omni-Man splatters them with single punches. They hit him at full speed and turn into red mist. Then there's the asteroid. Nolan casually mentions stopping an asteroid the size of Texas. That's not just a big rock, that's an extinction level event, a planet killer. That lines up perfectly what we see later in the comics.
Demogorgon versus Quiet Place Monster, I'm interested in that too.
Thaddeus physically punched through planet Viltrum, a world denser and more massive than Earth. Yes, Space Racer destabilized the core first. No, that doesn't make punching through a planet any less insane. At bare minimum, that's multi-continental to planetary level force. And Nolan is one of the primary contributors. And among other Viltrumites, Omni-Man is elite. He was trusted to conquer an entire planet alone. He's stronger than Conquest, a Viltrumite who can casually break out of 400-ton steel encasements
and survive
miles of collapsing Earth. The only Viltrumite who definitely proves superior to Omni-Man is Thrag. And even then, it takes everything Thrag has to put Nolan down. Which brings us to durability, because Omni-Man refuses to die. Immortal can't hurt him. invincible, can't hurt him in their first fight. Other Viltrumites hit him full force.
Okay, so like now my question is like, because you know everybody's just running the hands, and yeah, Kratos runs hands, but he's got weapons too. So I'm curious about that one. Also, yeah.
And barely slow him down. Some of them don't even leave bruises, they just explode on impact. Omni-Man tanks nuclear scale energy blast point blank. Super lasers that melt the ground into lava barely give him a nosebleed. He survives star level heat, near absolute zero temperatures, and even prolonged exposures to black holes. Now, that doesn't mean he's invincible. Thrag disembowels him. Omni-Man survives.
Not gonna lie, missed opportunity for you to do the.
Thrag beats him so badly his eyes pop out. Omni-Man survives. Thrag nearly tears him in half. Omni-Man still survives. Omni-Man's healing factor is ridiculous. He recovers from injuries that would kill almost anything else in under 2 weeks. The only real way to permanently put him down is catastrophic damage to his heart, because once that goes, the healing stops. Everything else, Nolan walks it off. Then there's speed, and this is where things get stupid. Viltrumites ignore inertia. They don't slow down. They don't suffer time.
Speaking of, I've seen a video that said that if he, I can't remember his name. I don't know why I'm pointing like you guys can see. Him right here. I've seen a video that said if this dude would have stuck to focusing solely on defense, they would have been good. The Guardians, well, not like all of them, but like it's possible. Actually, no. Because even this, so yeah, from the video I saw, they said that if Old Boy right here would have stuck on defense and not tried to rush Nolan, they could have defeated him there, or at least stalled him out or something.
Time dilation. Omni-Man moves faster than light, reacts faster than light, and fights at speeds that make other speedsters irrelevant. Red Rush, a man who can save cities while holding conversations, doesn't even register Omni-Man's attack before he's dead. In the comics, the Guardians...
Wait, what? What do you mean he doesn't register his attack?
Irrelevant. Red Rush, a man who can save cities while holding conversations, doesn't even register Omni-Man's attack before he's dead. In the comics, the Guardians don't get a single reaction frame.
Oh.
When Nolan leaves Earth, he
travels so it's different in the comics versus the
roughly
TV cartoon TV show.
Light years away in about a week. Now that's not just faster than light, that's embarrassingly faster than light. And when he really cuts loose, well, the Flaxen Empire finds out the hard way. Omni-Man flies through a continent-sized city at relativistic speeds, triggering nuclear-level destruction just from air displacement. He hits atoms so fast, they undergo fusion. He levels civilizations, sends planets back to the Stone Age. He does it alone. So when you put it all together, strength, durability, speed...
Oddly enough, this reminds me of the video I was watching yesterday that was talking about like on a realistic level how insane powers were. Like the video I was watching, I think, was about Magneto and how the concept of magnetism is actually like OD, where he was basically Storm and had telekinesis. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see that video. It's kind of wild.
Healing experience. Omni-Man isn't just the strongest being on Earth, it's one of the strongest Viltrumites, period. A conqueror who became a rebel. The monster who learned...
Hold on, did he...
A conqueror on Earth, it's one of the strongest Viltrumites, period.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, like, after the amount of, like, like, breakdown stuff I saw from... when I used to watch the people that their sole YouTube channel existence is to hate movies, like what's that dude's name? Critical Drinker and all that. And then I found people that actually break down movies for like valid reasons. And you know, call out grifters, you know, like Birdman. And some other people, you know. I like Birdman because he keeps it real. I like him. But you know, but because of like these breakdowns and stuff like that, simple things that I personally wouldn't have noticed in the past, I can't help but like seeing these things. So the idea, the fact that again, I'm pointing. I got to get used to using the mouse. The fact that Immortal used the air right here to do that bounce off to get like, that's something I personally have not like seen or noticed before. It's pretty cool to me. Like, y'all let me know what y'all think.
Conqueror, who became a rebel, the monster who learned empathy too late, a walking extinction event who proves over and over again that if Omni-Man is serious, the planet is just gonna have to deal with it. Kratos, the god who kills gods. There are warriors in fiction, and then there's Kratos. He's not a hero molded by destiny or a villain driven by greed. He's what happens when vengeance becomes divine. A man who murdered his gods, rewrote fate, and made every pantheon learn to fear its own myths. Long before he was a god slayer, Kratos was a Spartan general, a man who traded his soul for victory. On the battlefield, facing defeat, he called to Ares, the god of war, and offered everything for the power to win. Ares answered, binding the blades of chaos to...
Also, I'd be curious. Let me know down below if anybody that checks this video out has played the original like God of War and then God of War 2. Let me know if I should go back and check those out. Let me know. Be curious. You know, I might do that. I might do that. You know, like y'all let me know though.
Kratos' flesh, fusing molten steel mortal skin. He gave Kratos victory, then took everything else. In Ares' surface, Kratos slaughtered countless innocents, until one day, in a blood-soaked haze, he butchered his own wife and daughter. Their ashes fused to his skin, turning him ghost white. From that day on, the world knew him as the Ghost of Sparta, the mortal cursed to never forget.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he like...
And he made a vow. If the gods could create monsters like him, then he'd kill them all. Kratos' war on Olympus began with Pandora's box, a relic said to contain the power of the gods. He opened it and became the first mortal in history to kill a god. Ares fell to his own creation, and Kratos took his throne as the new god of war. The power breeds fear, and fear breeds betrayal. Zeus murdered his own son and cast him into the underworld. The problem? Kratos doesn't stay dead. Ever. He tore his way out of Hades with one thought in his mind. Death will not overcome me until I overcome the gods. And he meant it. Across the Greek pantheon, Kratos carved a path of divine extinction. He strangled Poseidon until the seas turned red. He tore Helios' head off.
Still, I stand by this. Imagine being a regular person, bro. Like, you just woke up getting ready for work and your job just got flooded. Now it's dark as shit. Like, and then you imagine you praying to your God and that boy getting sliced up. That's rough.
Off, used its light as a weapon. He outpaced Hermes, shattered Hercules' skull, and tore Hades' soul from his body. He fought Atlas, the titan holding the infinite heavens, and won. He slew Kronos, whose birth created time itself. He killed the fates, rewrote his destiny, and fought Zeus, the king of the gods, to a standstill.
Yo, hold on. Okay, so imagine killing the fates in where you're from just to go somewhere else to have to deal with some more fates. What the fuck? That's rough. Also, someone please comment down below and let me know, did they explain how the fuck Kratos got there? Because I remember I saw a video that said that originally there was going to be a fight with the that big ass bird, because like I believe the myth is that that bird is supposed to be like what ferries the souls over. And so I guess originally there was supposed to be a fight where Kratos wakes up or some shit. But I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll look up a video on that and we'll watch that together. Y'all. Yeah. If y'all know a video though, let me know. Cause I got, I'm just saying I got ADHD, so I might forget.
Over, Olympus was gone. The age of gods ended at his feet. Kratos doesn't just kill gods though. He becomes what he kills. Each divine conquest added new powers, artifacts, and elements to his arsenal, like the Blade of Olympus, a sword forged to slay immortals, or the Claws of Hades, which rip out and consume souls. But none of that defines him. What defines Kratos is endurance, a rage that doesn't just defy pain, it evolves through it. He's been stabbed through the heart, disemboweled, burned alive, crushed by titans, and erased from existence. He's died several times, and still he comes back stronger. Kratos doesn't resist death.
You know who that is kind of reminding me of? If anybody's ever checked out Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, it reminds me of the Hulk, when the Hulk ripped him up and then dipped out into a cave and turned back into Bruce, and then Deadpool showed up. Like, it kind of reminds me of like how like Kratos is, you kill him, you think he's done, then he's just like a big pimp, you try to rest and he's just tapping you on the shoulder type shit.
He dominates it. His power scales to the gods and titans who shaped creation itself. Atlas carries the pillar of the world, described as supporting the infinite heaven's immortal realm. Kronos forged the concept of time. Kratos overpowered both. Helios's light illuminates the infinite underworld, and Hermes, faster than that same light, couldn't outrun him. That's not just speed beyond light, that's immeasurable movement, combat on a scale where time itself becomes irrelevant. And unlike most mythic figures, Kratos' power doesn't fade with age, it grows. When he entered the Norse realms, he wasn't weaker, he was older, wiser, and still unstoppable. In Midgard, Kratos tried to be something new, a father instead of a destroyer, but the gods of the North couldn't leave him alone. They found out what Olympus already learned. You don't wake the ghost of Sparta. He killed Balder, a god who could knock out the world serpent, a creature vast enough to coil around the earth. He fought Thor, the god of thunder, to a standstill, his Leviathan axe clashing with Mjolnir.
I'm not gonna lie, I might have to play the new God of Wars again.
He killed Odin, the All-Father, whose power threads through the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree that binds all realms, said to stretch beyond space and time itself. Even while holding back, Kratos' battles shook creation. At his peak, his feats ripple across multiversal structures, realms described as infinite, connected by a tree that transcends reality. If the Greek saga made him a god killer, the Norse era made him something higher, a being whose strength operates outside the limits of myth itself. Kratos has killed gods of war, death, time, strength, fate, and light. He's destroyed primordial beings who existed before creation, rewritten destiny, and survived death itself. He's wielded powers that alter time, manipulate souls, and reshape reality. And every time he falls, he rises stronger. But his greatest transformation isn't physical, it's spiritual. The same man who once murdered for vengeance now fights for peace, not because he's weaker, but because he finally understands what strength is for. At baseline, Kratos exists comfortably in the multiversal range, capable of matching beings who embody creation, time, and the fabric of reality itself. At his absolute peak, his strength reaches into the fifth dimensional and conceptual tiers, power that shakes universes and bends metaphysical laws. He's the mortal who killed immortality, the god who defied gods, the man who proved that even destiny bleeds. When Ares forged the Blades of Chaos, he thought he created a weapon. What he really made was a lesson that no matter how divine,
That was still a fire ass scene, bro.
or how eternal you think you are, there's always a man out there angry enough to kill you for it. Kratos is that man. He's not the god of war anymore. He's the god that war itself fears. So, who wins? Alright, let's break this one down properly. At first glance, Omni-Man looks like the obvious problem. Nolan Grayson isn't just strong, he's cosmically strong. This is a man who's helped to physically tear a planet apart, stopped a
Moment of truth,
country-sized
guys.
asteroid mid-flight, and turned entire civilizations into rubble just by flying through them at relativistic speed. He doesn't hesitate, he doesn't hold back. When Omni-Man decides someone is in his way, the fight usually ends in seconds. On top of that, he's absurdly hard to put down. Omni-Man has survived being disemboweled, blinded, beaten nearly in half, and left floating in space. He heals, he adapts, he keeps coming, add in speed fast enough to cross solar systems in moments, and react at faster than light combat speeds. Got a walking extinction event. But here's the problem. Kratos is not impressed by extinction events.
You know what? I never really thought about. I know I talked about it earlier as far as like him using weapons, but I didn't really take that into consideration as far as like what weapons would they be giving Kratos. I do feel like 2018 God of War Kratos, maybe I feel like that Kratos, because he is, you know, older, wiser, and everything like that. And I feel like he might lose, but I feel like God of War 3 Kratos with everything, I don't know. But I did say Omni-Man, so sadly I gotta stick with that on just like a surface level thing. But you know, if we really wanted to get whatever, I'm not gonna change it. I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
Kratos doesn't just fight powerful beings, he fights cosmic authorities, gods whose existence shapes reality itself. Zeus wasn't just strong, he was the ruler of the Greek cosmos. Thor wasn't just a brawler, his clashes were powerful enough to splinter the world tree, the structure that binds entire realms together. Kratos has fought enemies who manipulate time, fate, souls, and causality, and then killed them anyway. And unlike Omni-Man, Kratos doesn't rely on raw physical stats alone. Yes, Kratos can absolutely trade blows. He's overpowered titans who carry the weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he uses weapons.
Who can shatter realms, and physically restrained beings operating on a mythological, cosmological scale. Omni-Man hits hard, but Kratos has taken hits from beings whose strikes echo across realities. But the real difference comes from how Kratos fights. Omni-Man is a conqueror. Kratos is a god killer. Kratos brings divine rage, battlefield experience against beings faster than thought, and weapons that are explicitly designed to kill entities above his weight class. The Leviathan axe isn't just sharp, it's infused with primordial magic capable of freezing godly beings. The Blades of Chaos burn with supernatural fire that ignores durability. These aren't tools Omni-Man has ever had to deal with before. Speed, Omni-Man has it, no question. But Kratos has fought Hermes, Heimdall, and other gods who operate at speeds that border on the infinite. Reaction speed alone isn't enough when your opponent has already adapted to enemies who see time as optional. Strength, Omni-Man is monstrous, but Kratos is overpowered gods whose raw force affects entire realms. Durability, Omni-Man has survived catastrophic injuries, but Kratos doesn't win just by outlasting, he wins by ending fights. This fight is brutal. Omni-Man absolutely makes it competitive. He will land devastating hits. He will push Kratos harder than almost any physical opponent ever has. But the longer the fight goes on, the more it tilts in Kratos' favor, because Kratos learns,
I said it.
adapts.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I said that shit. I was like, if we're talking about like straight off speed, like that's the issue. When you have durability conversations like this, that's what it is. If Omni-Man blitzes Kratos like off rip, and that's what I'm saying, off rip, which damn it, I'm sad because I said Omni-Man, so that means I'm wrong. So I have to figure out some kind of punishment for that. But like, it makes sense if like when it comes to these conversations of when you start talking about durability, if he speed blitzes him, because even like, because in my head, I'm like, well, what if he takes him and flies him up, like tries to fly him to space? That's going to take a minute. And Kratos has got weapons. That's what I'm saying. Look, it reminds me, it makes me think of Gachiakida, right? With, what's her name? Rio. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl's like, hey, look, nobody can hear you scream. And what happened? She put the shiesty on. That's it. She put the shiesty on and started and got to blasting. But anyways.
But once he understands how Omni-Man fights, the advantage of raw speed and strength starts to evaporate. Omni-Man has never faced divine magic on this level. Kratos has built his entire existence around killing beings exactly like Nolan, only worse. Omni-Man is a planet breaker. Kratos is a god slayer. Nolan can make it close, he can make it violent, he can make it unforgettable. But when everything is said and done, when the rage peaks, the dust settles, Kratos is still standing.
Like that.
Omni-Man isn't.
I like that. 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 So it's been a minute. I don't know what videos are going to get posted when, whatever. But yo, if y'all want to see the full video or the full breakdown on Omni-Man versus Kratos, without me yip yapping, definitely go check out Dan Co's channel. I've seen a couple of videos that popped up in the top of this that I want to check out. The Demogorgon versus the Quiet Place monster. That's got me pretty interested and everything like that. So I probably will check those out eventually. Y'all let me know if y'all would like to check those out with me. Yo, Dan Co, fire video, my guy, fire video. And with that, y'all make sure y'all go show that man some love on that channel. He put a lot of work into this. Don't do that for me. I don't give a fuck about me for real, because I'm gonna just keep it real. I do this shit for the fun and the love of the game. However, he put a lot of work into this, so go show that man some love and go comment down. Actually let me know what y'all think about the video, but also go let him know too. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next one. And with that, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.